Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I am up to some really good stuff. I want to tell you that in order to cheer myself up at any moment, all I have to think of is produce. It's really weird, but I was thinking about these squash today, and I thought I could do something with those. So I went to the market to supplement, and I found some things, and I'm going to be making a definite, I'm inspired by ginger. And then I thought ginger and carrot go really well. So a ginger carrot dressing, and I'm in the mood for hemp seeds is the thing to cream it up. So far the dressing is going to be ginger, carrots. I'm going to use 2 carrots, save 1, and peel it for the salad. I'm going to use for the dressing a little bit of namashoyu. Now you don't see me using this a lot because I'm not huge into soy sauce, but if you need that flavor and want that flavor, namashoyu is an organic, this is an organic unpasteurized soy sauce. So a little bit's okay. Some people don't tolerate soy at all. It boosts too much estrogen in the body, but a little bit from time to time I think is okay. Anything a little bit from a time to time under the raw food umbrella for me is okay. So we are going to make a dressing. I have an onion out, I have scallions out. I have salad that I got at the farmer's market, which is an Italian blend with some purslane. And I have some romaine. So I like to use what I have first. Ideally, you'd use a big spring mix. And you could slice red pepper. So there could be a beautiful kind of Thai salad, red peppers and snow peas. I'm going to use what I have, which will be beautiful, and I'm going to make the dressing. So as far as the liquid goes for the dressing, I think I would like to use apple cider vinegar. Orange juice would have been a great choice, but I forgot to pick up the bag of oranges. So I'm going to just do this right now, I guess. Go for it. So we have apple cider vinegar, which will give it a zing. If you want, I'm going to chop the carrots. If you want some body to your dressing, which we usually do, in order to kind of categorize this as a dressing, it has to kind of grab to the lettuce leaf. So the best way to test your dressings is just to dip a lettuce leaf in it and see if it has enough body. So some carrots, and I wanted to tell you that if your rosebuds fall off your fresh flowers, then just take my mom used to have these little teacups. I'm hoping some of them come this way. Just little antique teacups, and you just pop the rose in there, and then you could set that by your bath or in your bathroom for guests or for yourself. So that's a nice thing to do. I also want to tell you that I always keep this flower cutter nearby in my drawer right here, so it's always handy for my flower cutting. So we have our carrots. We have apple cider vinegar. You can always add water to liquefy, and you can add zucchini or this beautiful squash. The only reason I'm peeling it is to avoid walking away from the camera to wash it. So I get to use the thing that inspired me. This color of this squash is just so magnificent. A lot of folate. We're going to get vitamin K in the carrots. It's going to help our eyesight. My eyesight has improved 1.5 points. Each time I go to the eye doctor, it's improved a bit. We have ginger. Now, if you had rinsed your ginger, which I didn't, you could just not worry about peeling it. The way that I like to peel ginger is to take a spoon, and you could just scrape the skin off. And not totally necessary if you don't feel like it, but great if you do. So the little spoon is scraping the skin, and I'm getting sprayed with ginger juice, which is actually funny. It's one of my favorite scents. I used to buy at Origins this ginger spray, ginger sugar scrub. So if you're feeling inclined, you can grate this ginger, take some sugar, or salt, mix it in, and make your own salt or sugar scrub for your body, for your bath. Remember, we only want to put things on our body that we could put into our body. We don't want to eat and put anything, lotions on, deodorants, anything that couldn't be ingested. I feel like having an oniony flavor, and I have this beautiful purple onion, so I'll use what's left of it. We'll put some onion in. This is going to be packed with flavor, and if I make extra, it will keep 3 days, at least 3 to 5 days in the refrigerator, not a problem. So there we have apple cider, carrots, ginger, zucchini, purple onion. It's alive and gorgeous. So this will add the salt and a kind of a nice flavor. And then I'm going to add some hemp seeds, which I keep in the freezer because hemp seeds are such a tiny little seed. They go rancid very quickly. Okay, that was about a little under a half a cup. And I'll blend it and see how it tastes. So we'll go from there. So I had to step away to get the tamper because the Vitamix works on a centrifugal motion, and if something gets stuck, it's not able to do its thing. So we just kind of tamper it down. And let's taste it. I'm making this for a friend. I'm trying to get him to come in and tell us about his raw vegan experience. He may or may not, but I think it'd be nice if he did. 45 days eating organic vegan food. He was in New Jersey with me, and he just came out for a visit, and I can't even tell you the change. When somebody decides to give up meat and just kind of adopt a raw vegan lifestyle, the changes are extraordinary. It's not only weight loss, all of a sudden you feel like exercising, all that stuff, so maybe he'll surprise me and step in, or not. I think it's good. Here he is. You're gonna have to duck down. We got 6'4" and 5'4". So taste that. I feel like it needs a little bit of salt. Can you get in the... So, okay, so what do you think? This is Sean.
Hi.
And
I think it's wonderful.
A little more salt, right? Can you, while I add the salt, tell them what it's like to all of a sudden meet me and eat this way? Nothing like being put on the spot.
I think it's self-explanatory meeting Dara. It's wonderful, and I have a new haircut now.
Yeah, a California haircut.
A California haircut.
No, come on, tell me about the food.
But the food is wonderful. You know, I reached a point in eating Jersey style that...
Come down here. And you can look at them. They're over there. In eating Jersey style. Jersey style.
Eating Jersey style.
What's Jersey style food?
Well, steaks and pasta, Chinese food, and pizza, blah, 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 garbage.
Right.
And
some
after,
drinks thrown in and...
Well, you know, drinking really, I never was really too much of a big fan, but, you know, having a beer or two with dinner, you know, your stomach reaches a point where it can't handle that anymore, and I couldn't. So after 20 years of eating terrible,
right,
and then being introduced to Dara and this whole new lifestyle, I feel the difference. I've lost about 15 to 20 pounds in 45 to 60 days. And, you know, throwing in just a little bit of exercise in there. You know, I just got back from a great bike ride in Venice Beach, and that was wonderful. And then I come home to this, and it's wonderful. And the transition from the different tastes of now you're eating real food.
right,
For before you're eating real chemicals.
right.
So it's wonderful. I feel great. I'm happy.
Awesome.
And thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
The only bad part is I got a lot shorter. And used to be 6'4", now I'm like 4'11".
Right, they're going to know how tall you are. That's funny. I didn't set the camera to his height. But the amazing thing is that you can do it. Like, ladies, show your men that somebody who is a 6'4.5" guy who was eating all kinds of stuff really pretty much can do this and be satisfied. You know,
For the big man, or for somebody who was active in sports and basketball and things like that, is the inflammation is one of the biggest differences.
Okay.
And it just disappears after a while.
Like inflammation bothered you how? Like elbows?
Elbows, shoulders, hips, and it usually bothered me when I was inactive.
Right.
So usually at night when I was sleeping, I would wake up and like dead arm or dead leg, and it would take a while to get those kinks out. And that's really a wonderful side effect of eating the way you prepare foods, is I don't feel that way anymore. Everything's
That's
just
awesome.
getting ready to rock and roll when you get up.
Right, that's so cool. So like we think it's about the weight loss, but like other things start improving that we wouldn't have realized would.
I never realized they would.
And so people can do this. Like people who think, oh, no way, I could never. It's like totally possible.
It's time to do something,
Right.
and take little steps or jump in like I did. I have an unfair advantage because I had Dara making everything and presenting it to me and saying, eat this, eat this.
Yeah, he
eat
was
this.
hanging out in New Jersey when I was taking care of my mom, and he was 8 blocks away, and we're high school. We knew each other from high school. And so he was eating meals with Herbie and I, and so he got to participate in those things. So you got a good segue into it. But then when I left New Jersey, you were still able to find, you had to go forage for vegetables and find this beautiful organic place called From Seed to Sprout. And so it can be done. So even if you don't have this raw chef preparing, you can go slowly into it, I think.
Make the commitment.
Make the commitment. Well, all right, you get to have beautiful salad. I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. So I'm thinking, purslane is, thank you for popping in. That was very nice. So purslane is so good. It's a weed, okay? This is a weed that is filled with essential fatty acids, which we need for our brains. We need this for healthy, the omega-3 fatty acids. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put that in a bowl. I'm going to slice the carrot. Red pepper would be gorgeous. And what I'm going to do, which I can't do that on camera right now, is I got these organic shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to slice them. I'm going to put them in a pan. And I'm going to put a little coconut oil, the shiitake mushrooms, some onions, okay, to be eaten raw. So sometimes I do that just to give, so then you have this hot element. It could be mushrooms plus some sliced cabbage, heated up with coconut oil with all of that gorgeous flavor and the smell of the onion and garlic cooking throughout the house. And that warm little batch goes on top of the salad, and that just takes it to another level, especially if you're used to cooked food. Okay, so I'm going to do that now and probably turn on the camera to show you the piece, or maybe we'll taste it and show you how it tastes. I will do that right now. Be right back. Okay, I'm on. I want to show you what I'm doing. Big clay pot. I'm using cabbage. I'm using purple onion, and I'm using these beautiful shiitake mushrooms, organic. They have vitamin D, which is super fantastic. So if you're not getting out into the sun, definitely eat some mushrooms. So I had chopped up everything. So I will use those things and a little bit of coconut oil at the bottom, and you just keep mixing it, and the moisture from the cabbage will work it out through the rest of the vegetables. And so there's onions, you could put garlic in if you wish, and cut as much as you want. Eating like this is not a lot of fat. There's like a tablespoon of coconut oil, put as much as you need. But this is really a beautiful way to satisfy somebody who is used to eating cooked food. So they're getting their huge salad with a little bit of warm cooked food on top, and it just adds a beautiful, beautiful element. So not all cooked food is created equal. Something that is cooked cleanly like this in a clay pot with just a little bit of coconut oil, you could skip the oil and just use water. And then you have this beautiful, and season it, that could be put over a salad, and that's so satisfying. So if you're trying to figure out a way to eat a lower fat diet, maybe you do want to introduce something lightly cooked. So I will be back. I will show you guys the final result. Okay, so I am back, and I didn't ever leave. But so what I did is I have this cabbage. It's beautiful. It's just a bright spring green. It's not overcooked. I added a little bit of water just to make sure I could mix it in the pot without the bottom burning or anything. You may have to, you may not have to. A little bit of namashoyu in here, garlic, all kinds of spices, anything you want, really. And then I have my mixed salad, and I put some curly carrots so that will go on top. So what I'm going to do for this particular dish is plate it. I like to serve people large bowls because then you can mix your salad. I don't like when a big salad's served in a little bowl. So we'll put some mixed greens and some mixed greens here. Then I put the cabbage and mushrooms. I'm only going to make mine because Sean's walking the dogs. He's going to have to come back and eat soon. But anyway, here we go. I'm going to show you, I will show you how it tastes. So we have the cabbage, and I'll put some handful of purslane. And then I will put the dressing. I'll spoon some dressing on top. And there we go. Beautiful. And the carrots, a little bit of carrots on top, some red pepper. I'm going to take a picture to post for you guys. I know this took a long time, this little recipe, but I was kind of making it up as I go. Can you see how pretty? Bon appetit. You could satisfy a raw foodist or a cooked foodist with something like this. And remember to get your greens on because this is preventative medicine. We want to be out having fun, not going to the doctor's offices. So I will see you guys. I'm going to put a sprig of purslane on top. I will see you guys really soon. Get your greens on. It's so good. Oh, for goodness sakes. I wanted to say one more thing that's important. If you do not want to use soy sauce, which plenty of people do not, feel free to try out Coconut Secrets Raw Coconut Aminos. It's a little bit sweeter in flavor, but it is really good. So you can use that, no soy, and that's it. Really, for real, I'm done. Get your greens on. And please subscribe and thumbs up.